Hey everyone, welcome back to A Creative Affair. This is kind of a special ish episode. You notice we didn't have our music at the beginning because we just want to get right into it. So today we want to give you all, I know you've been, if you have listened to any of our episodes, you might be wondering how you might be able to work with us. And so we thought we'd come on and just give you some updates, but we're going to tell you about something special that we're creating together. So hold tight just for a couple of minutes. Okay, so first, before I let Len go, I'm going to go first. Um, so many times that when we've been on the podcast, I know that I just released an episode, and Len was like, "Hey, Brie, you have a lot of awareness, about what you're feeling and how that all translates to your art. And this is not, I want to say this is not by accident. I really do all of this work. And I have felt so much better in my own work because of all of the work that I've done with my own coach and on myself. So if you are interested in working with me as a mindset and confidence coach for creatives, here's how you can do it. Okay. So starting January 4th, I have a really amazing small group coaching program going on, and it's called Journey to Creative Confidence. If you attended my live webinar, then you kind of got a little bit of a taste of it. But I know that us as creatives, we want confidence to move forward to really to be able to achieve a lot of our goals and our dreams. And I'm not saying that we don't already have confidence, but having more confidence makes things feel so much easier and go faster. So if you want to start your new year with more confidence and really start to make some headway in your own personal goals, then we'll leave all of the links in the description, but I invite you to join me for this small group. We're going to do coaching, and I'm going to teach you how you can create your own confidence. And here's what I say. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something that you create. And I love, love, love thinking that. So, a couple other things. One, if that's not for you, you can always work with me one-on-one. And if you're wondering where you should focus your efforts, or if even that working with me is a thing for you, then you can schedule a 15-minute Q&A with me. I'm really happy to make a connection with anybody anytime. So I love making connections, which is why I'm doing this podcast with Len, right, Len? And I would love to just have a few minutes to chat with you, and we can see if it's a good fit. Okay. So also, the last thing I'm going to do is to invite you to subscribe to my Monday motivation emails. It's free. You can just subscribe to I call it my creative circle, where I invite you all to join me and bridge the gap here between creativity and where we combine mindset work and creativity. And I send you a motivational email every Monday. It's really amazing. And you can click on the link in the description to go get it, or you can visit my website at creativemindscoach.com. Okay, Len, I said enough. So that's how you can work with me as a coach. And Len is he's such a fabulous mentor, and he does all kinds of things that you're going to be interested in. So Len, what have you got going on?
Well, I just wanted to encourage everyone to sign up to that motivational email. It's fantastic, and it's so exciting to read. And it works. It really does work, and it's beautiful. So I've been running Lens School, I think, for 15 years, and the last 12, it's been full-time. So I've been teaching photography nonstop for that time. I'm a qualified art teacher, and my first degree is in art. So it's my life. And I've spent my whole life being an educator. So I think I'm one of the leaders, particularly in my country, for creative and unusual and groundbreaking educational programs, and people copy what I do. So I'm really pleased and excited with the things that I do, and I'm really pleased that I have this opportunity to tell you about them. And I'm also pleased that we don't fill our podcast with ads, and we this sort of format where we're just going to sneak in just a little. This is what we're up to every so often when we actually have something interesting to share with you, and that might only be once a year or twice a year or something. So very rather than trying to sell you something all the time. So I think this is a really lovely way to go. So next year, this year. I don't know when this comes out, but some really exciting programs I've got. So the first one is a monochrome course, and it's taught online. And in America, that's in the evenings, and in Australia, it's in the mornings. And it goes for a couple of weeks, and I uh, it runs every fortnight. I'm also running a course, so monochrome, I mean black and white photography and how to be a better black and white. And it's aimed for people with experience and also beginners. Not beginner photographers, but beginners into black and white. And I make that distinction. I'm also running a bookmaking workshop with Shirley Steele. Again, this is online. All of these online courses are recorded. So if you happen to miss one, you can watch it later, and you can come back and watch it later, years later, because that recording will still be there for you. The bookmaking will be things like handmade books. I love making Japanese stab stitch books, and ones that are folded like concertinas. I've just been making a whole lot of Zines where they're folded out of one sheet of paper, and I've done it out of beautiful Japanese kozo mulberry leaf paper. And geez, it looks beautiful with my sepia photographs on there, and it's a book. And gorgeous. But we'll also be teaching people how to consider how text works as a design element, how we design up a book, how to make one with software, which sort of software to choose, and getting one printed. We'll also be talking, and from my experience as well, for actually putting a book out into the commercial world. My latest book project went on for 5 years, and we've just hit the presses with it. And that's really exciting. So I've just put out 2 most beautiful, incredible books. But I'm also running in-person workshops. So if you're in Australia and you want to come on a workshop or a tour with me, I'm going to the Tarkine in Tasmania, I think. I'm going off to Mile Lakes and down to the Sapphire Coast and off to Port Stephens. And I go with a very small group of people, and we live together. I cook and cater, and we go out and photograph. I teach. We bring our computers. I bring a printer, and we print our work. And it's a totally immersive experience. It's a workshop, it's a tour, and it's a retreat. The one in the Tarkine's really only a tour because we are running around the whole time just taking photographs. And I make a point to differentiate those two whenever I'm advertising them. I also do one-on-ones. I find that spending an hour with me once a month, I've had a few clients that have worked with me for many, many years. They've done things like publish their own books or have exhibitions or even just learn how to use software and how to use their cameras. But my main expertise is developing people's artistic and creative vision and making the work to follow with that. There's just a few other quick things. I publish Len's Journal. It comes out quarterly, and it's the most gorgeous printed limited edition collector's magazine full of works in series. And we have about 5 artists each series, all photographic artists, and it celebrates creative diversity in photography, and it's not full of words. It's full of beautiful pictures. And actually, Brie was in our last um, issue, and we still have a small pile of the limited edition left, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And Brie's photographs in there are drop dead gorgeous, and being in my favorite color, I love them even more for her dedication to the color purple.
I try.
And you try. And just lastly, um, I'm starting a YouTube show, and it's called The Lens Show, and that'll be a weekly show just on teaching people about how to take better photographs and to thinking about their work as a creative. And being a visual medium, we can actually talk a lot more about photographs. So we've started recording the first episodes. The first live stream's already gone out, and we will start posting short form content very, very shortly. So that's really, really exciting. So that's called The Lens Show. And all of those will be in our links. And thank you so much for listening to all of that. And I personally hope to see you on one of those. But we've got even something more exciting, haven't we, Brie?
Yes.
than those.
But first, I want to do that. I want to do that adventure retreat with you and all of those other workshops. And those sound like so much fun. And it was really an honor for me to be in Len's Journal. So thank you. Yes.
I've already sold a lot of the spots. I haven't even told anyone about it. So I'm only just getting to the marketing. So it's good.
Well, the fact is, right. And the fact is, when there is a full workshop with the people, it really makes an amazing experience, right, for everyone, because you get to know each other, you get to see what other people are doing, and it's. I think for me, I like interacting with other people on these things, so because I think it makes me a better artist. So.
Well, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's the energy. It's the group energy. Often, it's not. So many people just go for the place, but we can do that by ourselves. When I go, and I pay for a workshop every single year and go somewhere special, to be with other creatives and to feed off their energy and to learn how to see how they're seeing. And seeing what they're doing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's fantastic. In my small group program, my confidence course, it's really amazing to see how some of my clients are like, oh, I didn't know that we were all so similar, that other people were thinking the same thing as I do. And so you find, right? And so you really find common ground, and you learn from listening and listening to and watching other people and sharing in the experience together. So the group part becomes really beautiful. Okay. So that brings us to the magical thing that we're doing together.
And it is magical.
It is,
and
magical.
It's taken a long time to convince Brie to do this. And
yes, it has.
I'm so excited that we can announce that we are doing something together as teachers and mentors and coaches.
Okay, so we're both looking at each other like, okay, who's going to announce it? Okay, so I will do it. We have put together a really special opportunity. I believe this is life-changing for your creative work, and maybe even for you on a personal level. Actually, I think especially for you on a personal level. So this is a companion workshop to our podcast. So so the energy and all of the things that we bring to this podcast, we are 100% bringing to this workshop and more. So we're calling it a creative affair workshop because we tried toying with some of the other names and it just doesn't work. It really is a creative affair workshop. And what it is we want you to create or deepen your own affair with your work through a passion project. And we want you to bring it's 10 weeks and 5 sessions. We want you to bring a passion project to life and be able to have something that you're going to complete, right, Len, in 10 weeks. Because
Mm.
we and what we're going to do is we want you to move quickly through that 10 weeks and we are going to support you. So, Len, all the things that Len just talked about, he brings all of the things that I just talked about. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a photographer. I'm a lifelong creative. And I have done all of this work to help people overcome perfection and to have confidence and all of the things that might, or, procrastination, all of those things that might stop you or have stopped you from creating your passion project. You are going to come and get that support so you can do it. So, what do you want to say next about it, Len?
It's full of content.
Yes.
So Bree's just been talking about you and what you're going to bring and
Yes.
how you're going to do this. And we use that as a tool to teach you and to help you understand. So while you're actively doing it through experience, and that's called experiential education, we will be actually teaching you at the same time about how to think about these things, how to plan them, how to handle that, how to have the right attitude, how to make your project come alive um, in that time. So, as you're attending, you'll be inspired and excited and listening into ideas and playing with it and applying them to your project that you're doing at the same time. And you'll need time and a beautiful project to bring into this process uh, so that you can reflect and become better at it. And our goal is to make you, like us, passionate about projects and that you keep doing them for the rest of your life. That's what we want to
You're,
get across to you, isn't it, Brie?
yes, absolutely. You're going to be able to take all the things that you learn and experience on this really, I think, life changing workshop and
Journey.
take it. Yes, it's a journey and into the rest of your creative life because you'll have all of this knowledge. So, part of it is going to be, hey, Lynn, will you? I can't remember if it's Wednesday nights or will you?
It's American Tuesday nights in America
Yes.
and Wednesday mornings in Australia.
Yeah. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to have there's going to be time where I am doing some educating and we'll be talking together as a group and doing some coaching and really working through some of these things, that will be helpful for you to move forward more quickly on your project, mindset, maybe confidence, whatever it is. Like I am going to teach you, and then whatever it is that you bring to the table, we can work on. So this is going to be more individual based, and then everybody will be able to learn from that too. And then Len, you want to tell your part?
Oh, you were doing such a good job there.
I know. You want me to tell I can tell your part too. So Len is going to, and we'll work together on this. So the crazy thing is that Len and I have our skills we overlap in so many places. It just makes a really rich and beautiful experience for everyone. Especially our clients. But Len is going to be able to really get into the nitty gritty of the doing of the project and the bringing it to life. And what does that look like? So some of the things, he talked about a monochrome workshop, his bookmaking. So some of the things that if you want to join us, you could decide that you want to create a book. You could decide you want to create an ebook. I have experience with that, right? You could decide, what else could they decide, Len? Like what else could be a project? If you have zero project that you're working on, what else could they come with?
I think just even something like a series of 10 or 12 photographs that work together in a beautiful series is an incredibly passionate sort of project to do. Maybe a portfolio. Maybe it's a set of greeting cards. Maybe it's a calendar to publish at the end of the year. There is maybe as a project, you want to print your first prints and put them on the wall.
Yeah.
So many of my students have done that.
Right. And maybe you want to take those and create your own first or another, an exhibition of your art. We both have experience with that. So there's there are, so many choices and ideas and projects that you can do. And it's in the journey of learning and growing and creating that it will change you. It will change you
Mm.
as a creative. So we are super excited. Okay. So we're going to put links to all of the things in the notes, but here's the last thing that we want to tell you. We are going to do a live webinar. We're going to just give you a hint of what this will be like. It's going to be on US January 24th and Australia January 25th. It's my evening, his morning, same. And I think that's Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And we're going to be doing a live webinar. So you can come and join us. You can chat with us. We'll give you a little taste of what it will be like. And you can ask us any questions that you want to. For anyone that either registers beforehand and comes to the webinar, or anyone that registers from the webinar, right? We're going to be giving away a free, I'm giving away a free one-to-one session. Should I say that you're going to do that too, Len?
Yes, of course.
He didn't say, but I think you have to do that. You can pick Len or me.
I do have to do that, and of course I will. But suddenly you've just added this huge amount of work. But that's exciting, and of course I want to do that, and I want to meet people. And we wanted to get to know these people that are interested in doing this. And yes, we have so much to offer and to give. It's interesting. Like, I've already got someone booked into this and my bookmaking workshop, and they're going to do them simultaneously. And their project will be making a book. So they'll be learning about how to do bookmaking at the same time as studying how to run a project and tying that all together. Obviously, they've got a bit of time and are really excited by it to have already booked in well in advance.
All right. So we won't tell you how many spots there are, but if you want to join us, go check out all of the links. And really, I'm so excited. I mean, you've got me excited. I mean, obviously, I'm excited to do this now. Sometimes these things take a little while for me to, sink in for me. But
I don't.
What?
I was going to say, I don't know if people understand how special it is when you get two teachers working together that work in simpatico, that are able to feed off each other and work with you. And it happens rarely where it's absolute magic. So it's something that I've experienced many times and I love it. And the courses are better when this happens. So I'm totally excited by what we're going to do. And as I said, I've been after this for quite a while, and I knew that we should be teaching together because we do bring so much and also have such a strong understanding of the this area. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited to meet you.
Same. All right. Come join us. We invite you to come do any of the things, but especially our workshop together, Creative Affair Workshop. So exciting. Okay. That is it. I think it's time to go. So have an amazing week and rest of your year. And just know that we just appreciate you being here with us. And that's it. See ya.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.